Hello, folks. Well, time got away from me today, and it's a it's a gloomy, rainy morning here. It's been raining for a couple of days now, and yeah. So there are things going on, but there's things that are not going on that be going on. So, trying to um, capture all the good days that I can to get things going. So, let's see here. I have started a few seeds, and yet I still need a whole bunch more going on. I need to, hey, Christy, I need to get together some roselles and start them. I gave some seeds to Virginia. Oh, squirrel. Something caught my eye. I didn't know what it was. I was telling Peggy about some Peggy. I was telling Virginia first about some of the properties that the tea has that I make roselle tea from my roselle, and I was really surprised to learn that it was also a decongestant. Hey, Patty, how's it going, honey? I didn't know if anybody'd be on here today since it's holiday. And I just thought, well, I'll go ahead and go on anyways. Can't hurt, right? Oh, goodness gracious. There's so much to do. Let's see if I can see anything. Do you see anything on my fridge, Patty? Looky, right. Oops. Right there. That's the picture that you sent to me of you and Mac. That's my freezer. I said fridge, didn't I? Hi, Susan. The dog's got to get in camera, huh? I didn't know today was a holiday either. And I forgot to get my trash out. The trash does run today. But I wanted to pay my property taxes today, and I didn't get to do that because they are closed today. So I have to wait till tomorrow, and hopefully I won't have a big line. Hopefully I can get there when they open and be one of the first people there, but we'll see. Tomorrow I'll have my mother, so I don't know. I have to say there has been a couple of days last week where my mother was really, there was times in the day my mother was really on the money. Now, I did notice David and I took her over to Leesburg with us to get feed because I haven't gone back to Georgia to get any yet. And she was literally, just just riding and enjoying herself, and was pretty on top of it that day. I mean, then when she started getting tired, she started rambling in the back seat to herself, and then the next day she was just totally exhausted. So, or was it the day after? I don't know. I can't, all my days mixed up. That's right, Patty. But, I look at it like this. There are things that they pay with our property taxes that are, good for us, like roads and stuff like that. My nose itches. And we'd have to pay for that stuff anyway, so I'm just glad that they're taking care of it. A little more difficult to get out with your mother. Yes. I was just watching videos about how high rents are scary. Yep. Praise God for good days. Makes hard ones more bearable. Yep. It sure does. And y'all, my mother hasn't crocheted in probably a year. And I had given her some yarn, about a month ago or something like that. And I said, "Here, Mom," because she acted like she was going like she was wanting to do it, right? Well, I should go get it and show you. Hang on a second. So I gave her some yarn and I said, "So which one of these needles do you think you want to use?" She says, "I don't know, any of them will work." So I picked her out a needle, and it is a 4mm, and it's not perfect, but I don't care. This is what she's doing. Now she's a little bit screwed up here, but for the rest of it, it seems to be pretty on the spot. And I'm just like amazed. I mean, I could undo that where she made the mistake. I don't care. She's crocheting again. And it just absolutely makes my heart sing. I sent my sister a picture. I said, "Look what she's doing." So hopefully that gives her some kind of encouragement to do something with her hands, and she doesn't fall asleep while she's doing it. Good morning, Linda. How are you today? And I told her, I said, "Mom, I want you to make me a pillowcase," because she used to make pillows for us, for our couches and stuff. And somebody gave me that material, that yarn, and I was going to make it for Christmas stuff, and I said, nothing better than my mom's. This may be the last project she ever does, and I want it to be for me, that I can have it as a keepsake. Of course, David says to her, "Oh, Kathy wants this for a keepsake." I'm like, "You shut up, old man." I don't want her to think she's going to die anytime soon or anything like that, All right. Thanks for coming in, Patty. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're. I seen something something you put up about oh, I've watched so much stuff this morning. Hmm. Starting seeds, I think, with a box over top of it. My brain isn't working. Oh, about kombucha. Duh. Are you doing that because it's so cold where you're at, Linda? I need to start making more kombucha. I stopped making it because I was getting a little overwhelmed there. Ah, okay. Oh my goodness gracious. So I wish I could remember names of people. Because I don't have I'm not signed into the TV under my um under my channel name. I get all these, different videos and stuff of different people. Um, and I'm trying to think of the name of these folks. I've been watching them for years. I think her name's Caroline, and I can't remember. Anyways, they were talking about buying meat. Um, and I don't even know if it was a recent video. It probably was, but um, how how deceiving the labels are on, from organic to free range to cage free, and um, all the nonsense that they put. And I'm thinking to myself, thank God I raise most of my own stuff. Thank God I do. And how they said, yeah, going to the farmer for your meat is the best bet if you can't raise, cattle or whatever. And I said, yep, that's what I'm doing. So I must be doing something right. But I'm almost out of burger meat. Um, so I've got to find out if I can get just burger from them, because I still have a lot of other cuts that I don't eat a lot of. I'm in the 20s, but it is supposed to start warming up. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Ah, yes. Hey, Miss Teresa. How's it going, girlfriend? Oh, Teresa, I want to know from you, um, is does Chester's parents howl like wolves? Because he's making this howling noise that is just absolutely beyond me. He just started doing it, and I want to say he might have gotten that from the neighbor dog, but I just wonder if his parents ever did that. A young family from church raises 2 steers a year, sell one, and that pays for the other one for their meat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And you know, as much as we try to stay away from. Okay, Birdie, that's enough of that. I think he just fell in his cage. Not that I know of. As much as we try to stay away from everything, I don't think in this world today that anything ever can be totally organic. And organic doesn't mean totally organic. It means partially. They have a percentage of stuff that they can do. So, yeah. I mean, maybe if you lived somewhere where you'd have to live in a forest somewhere where there's nothing within thousands of miles away from you. I couldn't see, because pollution's going to get everywhere through the air. Pollution's going to fall on everything, and we can do what we can to fix what we can, but I don't think we'll ever get away from everything. I got a pack of low fat ground beef cheap. I ground up an equal amount of cheap bacon I got on sale and mixed it. Awesome burgers. Neither, I'm sure, was anywhere close to organic. Yep. And who in the world can afford those? I just can't imagine. I saw somewhere, where was I shopping? I think it was close to either I was shopping or online or something. It's close to $9 a pound for hamburger meat that it was organic, and I'm like, what the hey? How in the world could anybody? Did you find out your dog? Oh, did you find your dog? I don't think she did, Susan. I'm glad I'm a country girl too, at heart at least. I might be in the city, but I'm a country girl. And I do agree there's a lot less pollution and nastiness in the country. One day in my dreams, I'll live in the country. Oh, we are sure Sky is past by now, thinking she went off to die. She was old and feeble. Sky is an awesome. I'm gonna claim she's still alive and somebody's loving on her. But I would think she would come back even if somebody was loving on her. I don't know. Anyways, beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. You are blessed to be able to bring the country with you to your area. Yep. Um, I get frustrated with things. I think I would be happy in this house for the rest of my life if I didn't have all these shootings around me. And if I didn't have a neighbor so close to me that starts talking at 4 o'clock this morning. I think it was 4:09 that I looked at my watch when they woke me up talking outside. So we shall see. We started clearing over there where I'm going to put the chicken coop now, and haven't got that done. I wish it were done and my chickens were in it, because that area out there where they're at is just a muddy mess. With all this rain, we've had 2 days of solid rain. And it's not like pounding rain. It's like drizzle, soak in until it can't soak no more. Yeah, I get that feeling too, Teresa. I went outside the other morning and smelled a strong chemical smell burning my eyes. I don't know what meth smells like, but wonder if that is what it was. Well, I would hope that if somebody was doing that, they weren't that close to you. Don't you live on pretty good sized property? I don't remember how big you told me your property was. I think it's sad that our world has come to the point of drugs being how do I say what I'm trying to say? Of people not being startled about drugs and how complacent it is that somebody lose their life to drugs, and people are just like, well, it happens, 8.4 acres, but there's some bad eggs nearby. One was arrested a couple of months ago breaking into a neighbor's house. Well, let's hope they arrest them all. I'll just leave it at that. So, I'm at a dead standstill with the kitchen. I've got to somehow put some plastic up so that I can take that insulation out of the wall. And I used all my plastic on the birds out there. So I've got to figure out something. David brought me down the what do you call it? It's not a gas mask. It's some kind of really like major mask thing. Maybe it is a gas mask. I don't know. It's some kind of great big hood thing, gas thing, to keep me from having to smell the mold. But you know what? When the wall's open, I should just probably go ahead and take it down. I don't know why I'm worried about it. I'm just afraid that when I pull that stuff down, it's going to go everywhere. God, I hate that you have to deal with all that. It's getting worse every day. That's the truth. We have about the same size property, Christy. I would be in like, I would be so ecstatic to have property at least that size. You wouldn't be able to find me because there'd be too many plants planted and chickens and coops and aviaries and stuff. Your property looks really big though, Teresa. That would be just totally awesome. I could do a lot with that. My mind's are reeling. I had called the sheriff for a trespasser about a week before that guy was arrested. I prayed they would get caught. Good. It is right at 8 acres. Cool. And you've got property that you can't really see because of the trees and stuff. I think that nowadays I wouldn't want more than 10 acres so the government wouldn't want to take it as farmland. Yeah, it's kind of scary how there's so many people coming from other countries buying our farmland. And what are they feeding us? Makes me kind of wonder. What are they doing to our land, you know? Somewhere I caught something talking about admissions. Who was it? Who was it? This is going to drive me crazy. Somebody was talking about how they wanted little farms to quit farming because it was bad for the ecosystem and they were putting out too many stuff. I can't remember who it was. And how they said, how stupid could the government be? Yes, it should be against the law, but it's not. Sheriff told me anything over 10 is considered farmland, under 10 isn't. Americans need to own the land. Take care, I need to get busy or it's going to be peanut butter for lunch. Ah, that sounds yummy. I love me some peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can't even think of the name of the. Have you guys heard of Patch the Pirate? When my kids were little, one of the songs in there was about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. and it's so cute. It comes to my mind every time I hear it. It is, Christy, but they are talking about it as a possibility, forcing the farmer out so they can regulate it. Never ask how stupid can the government be. They're taking it as a challenge. Yes. But peanut butter and crackers was breakfast. Oh, okay, Linda. You know, peanut butter is really good for the brain. I don't know if you knew that or not. Peanut butter and beans are really good for your brain. Brain food. I used to feed my peanut butter toast for breakfast. My kids whenever they're going to school. So, I am trying to find. I want some strawberries really bad. I want to plant out one of these green stalks in total strawberries and just let them grow year to year and replenish some of the soil and that so on and so forth, right? But I can't find any strawberries. Used to be able to buy like 25 to 50 strawberries for $19.99 or something like that. In fact, it used to be when I moved in this house, I bought 50 strawberries for $9.99 at Gurney's, but that ain't the case anymore. They don't even really have any that's inexpensive. No, but I remember French fried potatoes and ketchup song. I think that was Cheeseburger in Paradise song by what's his name? Oh my goodness gracious. This is going to drive me crazy. I'm telling you, I don't think it's my mom wearing off of me. I think I got some Alzheimer's or some kind of brain damage from my heart attack. Oh, what is his name? I can see him with his beach shoes and shirt and baggies. Oh, what is his name? And I've sung his songs all my life. Oh, okay. Not Captain Kangaroo. This is going to drive me crazy. Yes, Jimmy Buffett. Girl, you got a better memory than me. He's my buddy. He said, of course, he's always talking about margaritas and all kinds of stuff too. But that's all right. So, what else is new? The turkey is still alive. I haven't killed it yet. It must like it here, although I'm getting a little bit PO'd because he keeps pooping in Big Bird's water. He's getting on top of the cages, and then he poops down, and I'm not happy about that. So I've got to do something. I know he would be happy in there with the chickens, but that run is just not. Yep. And I've got to do something for him. But I do know that there is somebody else around here that's raising chickens and has got roosters. I will not test fate, and I will not have roosters, because every time I get one, even when I put a sock around its neck, it still crows, and I don't want my neighbors fussing at me because the rooster's crowing at 4 o'clock in the night, like the neighbors talking at 4 o'clock in the night, outside your window. Oh. I've got to do something. I've got to rearrange this. I'm going to rearrange this today because this is killing me. Not the right space for what I need to do over here. So, can I give them an update on your brother-in-law, Teresa? Or do you want to do that? Have I froze up? I don't remember what this space is that shows whether I'm froze or not. Oh well. Yes, he is doing fairly well, talking some and walking with mechanical walker, but he will be in a wheelchair. Yep. I have to say, I was so embarrassed. Which is an answer to prayers, guys. But I have to say, I was so embarrassed. One of the folks I told Teresa about, I don't remember if she remembers or not. My nephew had hit he was on a motorcycle, one of those crotch rockets, and him and this girl was on it, and they were going faster than they should have been, and a truck backed out of a long driveway in front of them to leave their house, and he hit and went straight into it, and the girl went over it and she passed away. Well, he had every single thing. I mean, crushed head, crushed body. I mean, they had to fix him from head to toe. And he's walking now, but he still uses a wheelchair too. But I was thinking of him the other day because I run across this young man that looked like it could have been Shane. And I was so embarrassed. I said to this young man, I said, "What is your name?" And he looked at me and he kind of laughed. He says, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And he walked away. And I'm like, well, if that was Shane, he would have known who I was. So it just ate at me. And because my memory stinks so bad, I couldn't remember Shane's name to save my life. So before I left, I remembered what Shane's name was. And it wasn't him. So, but it was just really weird. He still has a long way to go and some memory and cognitive issues. He gets aggressive and can't express it. He had pneumonia that set him back. But overall, he is doing pretty good. That's good. It's going to be a fight, you know. I mean, um, it's definitely anytime you're going through something like that, it's definitely going to be a fight. Um, and God knows I didn't have the kind of um, um, injuries and stuff that he had. But man, oh man, was mine never a fight to learn to walk again. And yeah, I can't imagine going through all of his injuries and trying to regain. But God has better things in store. I hope that he sticks in there and lets God have the glory. So, but let's see, what else was I going to ask? I wish Roberta was on here. I wanted to ask her about some custody issues, but I've been praying about, but I haven't seen her on here. Let's see here. Last time I talked to Nancy, she was doing really good. She still is having trouble with a little bit of sleepiness, but she's doing good. Yes, it has brought some of the family back to the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. And I hope they stay there. Let's see here. So I had a day of making pierogies with my friend Diane. I don't know if I told you guys about that. I can't wait to make some more. I've got to learn to make farmer's cheese before I do that. And hopefully, I wish that somebody in this area would have classes on that kind of stuff. But I don't know what it is. It's totally different here in Florida than it is anywhere else in the country. Because I see in other states where they do more hands-on teaching than they do here in Florida. I have to learn things from the internet. And I gotta say, I gotta show you some stuff. And y'all are gonna be surprised. So, y'all know that my friend Virginia has taught me to that's it on the floor. I pull it out of here. She taught me to knit, right? Well, y'all know I've been knitting these, which I need to send some. I gotta send these to Miss Brenda. She won. But okay, so I wanted to learn how to knit in the round. So this was my first hat that I knitted in the round. A little bit big, but who cares, right? It worked for a bigger guy, right? I think I'm going to give that to my son. So then, once I learn how to do something, I go nutsos. Well, I've already given away 1 or 2 or 3. So let's see, what was the next one I did? Okay, so the next one I did, I wanted to knit and purl. Okay, so this one is the one that I learned to knit and purl. Isn't it cute? Absolutely cute. I love this one. This is the design that I was doing with the 2 needles, but and look at the top. Isn't that cool? I love how the tops come out. And I just made that top up. But the reason why I wanted to knit and around is because I did not want to have to sew it together. I'm not, it's beautiful. The hat that I did is beautiful. I think I gave it to David. So the next one I did was this one. And I made this stitching up myself. It's all knit and purl. And, oops, there's the top. But I don't know if you can see. I seen a picture of this where you make these little squares. And I figured out that it was knit and purl to make the squares. So I made this and I just knitted 5 and then purled 5. And I did that for 5 rows to make it a box. So I'm making these things up as I go, right? So then I had some more yarn that was over from last year from me playing around with crocheting, right? And I made this one. Isn't that the cutest? I like the dark because these are my colors. But I really, really, really love. Okay, which way? This one. I love how this one came out. Okay, so as I was talking to my girlfriend Wilma, I always try to do things for people that I love. And she's always been so good to me, like Miss Teresa. And she said, well, I might wear one if it was black. Now, she has not said whether she likes this one or not. I did not have any black yarn, but this is what I made for her. I did the ribbon around the bottom, and then I did the, this right here is the knit stitch, and then I knit and purled, and I did them by 3s. I did this band here, and then I went back to knit. Whoops, I'm sorry. This band. I had to remember that it's backwards to the way I'm pulling. Okay, this band here is knit and purl in 3 different stitches. And I switch back. I like those little bumps that it makes. It's kind of cute, look, if you see it in person. And then I went back to knitting, and then I went into decreasing, and I used the knit and purl to decrease. And look at that. Isn't that cool? I love the centers. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were getting a commercial. Did you get all what I said? So I've got this one that I did last. This one that I did. Oh, no. Then I did this one before, just before this black one. Then I did this one. And this one. And this one. Now I got to figure out what color I'm going to use next. I may have to go buy some new fabric. New yarn. What can I say? I get obsessed with something and I can't stand it. Oh. Crazy happy. Hey, Julie, how are you doing, sweetie? So, talking about new babies, let's see here. Trying to see what date it was. Yes, Monday the 12th. On the 12th of Monday, I got a new baby too. Get back up there. That's my little Weston. I haven't got to see him yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Um, Hopefully, I'll get to see him very soon. It just hasn't worked out yet. Oh, congratulations! I'm so. Christy's daughter's been waiting for years to have a baby, and she is definitely having a girl. That is awesome. I work at a convenience store, so many sick folks. I've hardly got to see him. I'm not making him sick. This too small. This too shall pass. Exactly. I'm still without a car, so I hitchhike to town. My daughter chewed me out for it. Christy, I did not know you were without a car. What is that all about? I haven't talked to you for a long time. You need to Marco me. Marco or Messenger. Now, I will say, if anybody has messengered me, because I play Words with Friends with Wilma and Gina and Deborah and um, uh, Renee and Albert and a couple of people, that all pops up on my messenger. Sometimes I've missed people. She has a 12-year-old, but has wanted another a long time. Just be careful and pray before you go out. I used to hitchhike all the time, but now it's a different day and time. Oh, okay. Okay, now Chester's going to start barking. So it's about that time, guys. It's been great today. And sorry, last time I had to get off here so fast with my mother, I didn't get it. I don't even think I prayed. I don't know. It's kind of a fog with that live stream. So does anyone have prayer requests? Of course, we're going to pray for a car for Christy. It was good to see you. Thank you, Christy. I don't see anybody putting anything up, so I'm going to go ahead and pray. I pick up folks all the time. Don't tell my sister. Julie, you're a mess. Uh, Aw, thank you, Susan. I've really missed you guys too. It's been crazy. I don't know why I've been so busy and so sick. This season has really put me down. Johnny's dad is in really bad situation, sick, plus he got robbed while in the hospital. Come home to nothing. Oh no. I'll definitely keep him in my prayers. I hope they find out who did it to him. I'm sorry. Yes, Johnny is her son-in-law, Supreme's husband. That is really sad. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the time that we've had together, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you lift up these folks. I know that most everybody on here has health issues, and I pray that you heal us and strengthen us and give us good days, and that you clear up this weather and make us feel much, much better, Lord. I want to lift up Christy, help her to find a car that she can afford and be in good running condition. And Lord, you know her needs. Please fill them and make things easier on her. And Lord, I'm sorry to hear about Johnny's father. That's just awful what people do to the elderly, and while he's in the hospital of all places. But I do thank you, Lord, that he was safe away from that and didn't get hurt, Lord. I pray that you bless him abundantly and help him to find out who did this and get back the things that they stole, Lord. And I just pray, Lord, that you continue to bless us and carry us through our hard times and strengthen us so that we can get through and till the day that you come back to gather us in your loving arms. And I pray, Lord, that I can fix this place up and feel more comfortable so I don't have that awful yearning to move right away and wait for your timing and what you really want in my life, Lord. Help me to have open eyes. I know that sometimes our dreams are not what you want for us, so I just pray, Lord, that if it's your will for my dreams to come true, that they will come true, Lord. And Lord, thank you for all my friends. Bless them as they go their way today. Help them to have a fantastic day and put you first in all that they do. In your name, amen. I hope the church steps up to help him. Yes, me too. Well, folks, thank you for coming in. I am going to call it a day. And, oh, you're welcome. I love you, Teresa. And I promise it will get better. And it may just be sooner than we think. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you Wednesday, I hope. Talk to you later. Bye now.